Rodrigo. I really like this song. I love that though. And we're like, you could use this. She is really a very fantastic singer. Kia ora and welcome. My name's MHDB and I'm your vocal coach for today because we're going to be taking a look at Olivia Rodrigo with Stupid Song Live. Let's see what she's up to with her vocal technique. How is she creating these sounds and how can you create them? So if you want to learn more about your favorite artist's vocal technique, hit the subscribe button. Honestly, I'd love to help you with your singing. Let's just get straight to the video.
Pretty sad for a girl so in love. It came out just moments ago here with the world premiere of Stupid Song, Olivia Rodrigo.
New York City's never looked so blue. My friends are smoking blunts in the bathroom. They say that honest love is a cage that makes you feel free.
Okay, we know that Olivia Rodrigo is a fantastic singer, and we can't go past the fact that a lot of these singers, well, not a lot of these singers, a lot of singers are also in instrumental lessons from a very young age. So she obviously plays the piano. I'm sure she plays the guitar, I think, as well. Let's just go back on that.
New York City's never looked so blue. My friends are smoking blunts in the bathroom. They say that honest love is a cage that makes you feel free.
We've actually got Banana. Okay, I've never heard this song before actually. So we've got the it's quite low actually, but she's kept a higher larynx position. There's some breath in the sounds that's telling me that the vocal folds are a little bit open. Got very low volume though.
There's a cage that makes you feel free. And all the girls at this party are so cool. It's never been a thing that I could do, but I can't help but imagine what you say when you speak of me.
Cool. So the same vocal quality then for the second. I think that for a lot of people, they're going to find this quite low within the range. So when we're going down to that F sharp 3, we're wanting to think low volume, but we're also wanting to think about pulling back on the breath, because especially on a microphone, this is going to amplify everything that we put into it, including the breath. So in the bathroom. So we've got very, very little vocal fold closure there. And we're also, it's like, not trying to make fun of Olivia in this sort of moment, but if you're trying to make this sort of like I don't care less sound, she's not articulating all of the words, but we're still understanding what she's saying. It's sort of like this wonderful mix of like acting and articulation in that moment.
All the girls at this party are so cool. It's never been a thing that I could do, but I can't help but imagine what you say when you speak of me.
And then, and I can't imagine that when you speak of me. So this is where so many singers look at these sorts of songs and they go like, whoa, whoa, and it's just, they feel like it's just sort of like this never ending amount of like air that or like sound that comes out. We actually, there's very, she's stopping it with the consonant, bathroom. She's allowing those consonants to just be placed over top of the sound there so that they're not stopping the flow of the air, but we're still understanding what she's saying. It's not just one big bleh.
You're a spark in the dark and my clothes will caught a flame. You should feel how I feel when somebody says your name on a car speeding down the boulevard without a break. And I want you more than any stupid song could ever say. I'm a heart made of wax and I'm melting in the sun.
Okay, it can't go past the fact that Olivia Rodrigo has been an extremely good singer for a very long span of time, right? Like we've looked at her before on the channel, which was quite young. So let's go into this lead up of the song, because I think that a lot of people are going to think that this is belting or chest voice taken high, and I'm here to tell you this is speech quality. This is thicker vocal folds, but we're allowing acoustically the volume to go lower as we're going higher in the range.
You're a spark in the dark, and my clothes will caught a flame. You should feel how I feel when somebody says your name on a car speeding down the boulevard without a break.
Okay, so we're going to get here. She's introducing that. I feel like I'm changing the melody there, but we've got that thyroid tilt coming in. That thyroid tilt is one of the main differences between speaking and singing. So what it does is it thins the vocal folds, but it also allows the sound to sound more sung. I'm a fade in the dark. You notice that there's less breath in the sound there as she's going into that section, and she's going. I don't know the words.
Car speeding down the boulevard without a break.
So without a break. That's that speech quality taken higher in the range. We've got thicker vocal folds without a break. Now she's allowed the larynx to raise, but she's acoustically getting quieter. Now, because of the thickness of the vocal folds, that is what's giving us the volume rather than going without a break, because you can see that she's very close to the microphone. No matter how good the sound engineer is at like playing the desk, you as the singer are still the first port of call for volume control with the sound.
Your name on a car speeding down the boulevard without a break, and I want you more than any stupid song could ever say. I'm a heart made of wax and I'm melting in the sun. I'm a thread on your shirt, it is coming undone. I feel right, I feel wrong, I feel totally insane. I want you more than any stupid song could ever say.
Oh, I really like this song. This is a really great example of speech quality taken higher up in the range. Now, what is speech quality? Speech quality is an Estel voice training term. So you don't need to know what that is, but I'm an Estel master trainer. And what that means is that we say that thicker vocal folds taken higher in the range when the sound is allowed to acoustically be getting quieter, and we don't have loads of thyroid tilt in that section of the song as she's gone higher up. So in the pre-chorus, there was the thyroid tilt, and then as she's gone higher, there's less thyroid tilt. It sounds more like she's speaking on pitch high up there in that section. That's what we would call speech quality. Now, there's a big difference between speech quality with or without thyroid tilt, and you're going to hear it.
Car speeding down the boulevard without a break, and I want you more than any stupid song could ever say. I'm a heart made of wax and I'm melting in the sun.
Can you hear that? I'm a heartbeat of words and a song. She's not got a lot of vibrato in the sound, and it's not sounding particularly sad or sung in that moment. I'm a heartbeat of words. We've got that higher larynx position, and that's what's going to be giving us the volume without changing into a belt sound or into using twang in that moment to increase the volume even more, because she's just so close to the microphone as well. That's what's telling me it's still speech quality.
Sure, it is coming undone. I feel right, I feel wrong, I feel totally insane. I want you more than any stupid song could ever say. Walking through the park with my head high, past all the college girls, drunk guys, and if there is a God, it's the bonds between us two.
We need to go back on that, because this is going to be difficult for singers who struggle to take their speech quality higher up in the range. Okay, so think like Jessie J, that she is another singer who takes the speech quality really, really high up in the range rather than changing into, so we could call that chest voice as well. Yeah, speech quality, chest voice. That's where she changes into the head voice, and then she's gone back down in the range now, and she's still in that speech quality, that she's still in that chest voice sound.
Walking through the park with my head high, past all the college girls, drunk guys, and if there is a God, it's the bonds between us two. 7 nights alone, skips meal, I'm sleeping in my dress.
It's a very low volume here. So we've got chest voice still. So yes, it's sort of like that E4. I love that though. And we're like, you could use this actually as a vocal exercise to work on your oral skills. So we're going to very low volume, and it's helping to bring in a little bit of that cry, a little bit of that creak. In the bathroom. And that low volume is also allowing her to create a little bit more constriction in the sound in order to color it, kind of like that angsty vibe.
Skips me, I'm sleeping in my dress, high heels, and I'm too shy to see our dream view. You're a spark in the dark, and my clothes are caught aflame. You should feel how I feel.
Can you hear that? On a swan in the dark and a ba-ba-dum flame. We've still got the cyclical sense of the ba-da-dum, ba-da-dum, ba-da-doo, ba-doo, which is kind of giving us that turning around in the head. I really love the way that Olivia uses. I mean, I know she doesn't write the songs necessarily all on her own, but I do really, her lyrics are just so fantastic. And I like the way that she uses a lot of the music to reinforce the theme of the song. Is what I love. This is speech quality, okay? We haven't seen a lot of movement going on. I'm the thread of the shirt. When we take speech quality, or we take that chest voice that we've not allowed the larynx to tilt forward as much, when we're taking that further up in the range, higher notes in the speech sound are going to sound louder. So she doesn't actually need to work hard for the volume. It's going to automatically be louder up there without her changing anything. I love you more than any stupid song could ever say. So we've got that gone up there into probably a little bit of falsetto, maybe even thin vocal fold with some breath coming. How stupid song could ever say. And it's important that we do. I hear this with singers a lot. They go, any stupid song could ever say. And they make the sound with lots and lots of twang. That's not what she's done there. She's left the twang out of it. Yeah, because we want that change in the timbre there.
Every night the one before, dream you from like 1 to 4, positively and truly sure. It's a thing that I can't ignore. Tell your friends that you're mine, I'm yours. With the hand on my heart, I swore. It's a thing that I can't ignore. Tell your friends that you're mine, I'm yours. With the hand on my heart, I swore.
That's it. Can you say swore? I think what she did there was she tilted the cricoid. She went into a belt sound. Now, we'll admit, belting is definitely my thing. I'm a big old belter. I teach people to belt all day, every day. So if you would like to improve your belt technique, you're like, Zoe, I don't even know what on earth you're talking about. I am running a masterclass to teach you about how to belt better. You can check it out in the description below. Yeah, this is not for everybody, okay? So, I'm the we're up on the B for the I'm the she's not belting them. She's has 100% thicker vocal folds taken with a higher larynx position. You can see that she's looking cool as a cucumber when she's singing that. Actually, my husband says I've been saying that way too much lately, but anyway, whatever. She's cool as a cucumber. So she's got, we're seeing there though that she's not really got a lot of body engagement when she's needing to go that high up in the range. What that's telling me though is all of the practice that's gone before is what's leading up until this moment. This level of chill did not happen yesterday. Olivia Rodrigo has been practicing this for a very, very long time. That's where the chill comes from. Her voice knows what to do when she's in this position. Do not do this if you were a beginner singer. Do not. You need, and mostly in speech quality, actually for even some professional singers, would need more body energy if this is not their bread and butter. This is Olivia Rodrigo's bread and butter. We know that about her voice. Bread on your shirt, and she does that into the falsetto on your shirt. That's so hard. That's likened to the zombie going from thicker vocal folds into stiff and we've got that kind of, I like to tell my students, you're thinking like you're a donkey. Obviously she's not a donkey, but it's like that sort of feeling. And they're going from thicker to stiff. Actually, the original is rock back, and that's what gives us that. Think about when you're going when you're sighing at something. Actually, I don't know a single human in the world that sighs like that. Think about a character sigh. Oh. I love it. I love it. I want you more than any stupid song could ever say. She is really a very fantastic singer. And this sort of vocal technique, honestly, I had a singer actually yesterday come into the studio for an online lesson, and they wanted to sing one of Olivia's songs. And they're not someone that necessarily finds this higher speech quality sound as easy as Olivia finds it in this moment. And why is that? Because Olivia has years and years and years of practice at this. And this particular singer came in, and this is, she's been working at her voice for a good 2 to 3 years now, but we're not talking about the 20 that Olivia's been working on her sound. So I want you to think about this in terms of practice takes time. Practice building up this sort of muscularity in the voice, it takes time. This is something that you build up slowly to. We're up on the E flat for we need to though get those building blocks down lower and the range sitting well, and then building ourselves up to this. This is not like rocket science, but this is a very skilled coordination of breath flow management and vocal fold closure. So if you're wanting to learn how to actually learn to sing through step-by-step instructions, and what I'm saying is I will tell you, I want you to go away and do A, B, and C in order to get a sound like this in a song that suits you and your range for your best vocal ability, then you can apply to join my online singing school, the Vocal Academy. I'll see you down in the description below, because that's how we can catch up for a call to discuss your vocal progress. Honestly, I see this all the time in singers, and they just want to go from A to Z really, really quickly. And I totally get it. I get the impatience, but I want you to enjoy singing. I want you to enjoy along the way. There's so many beautiful sounds that we can make before we get up to this E4. And that's what I'm here to help you to do. So anyway, me and my hands today are going to go, we're all motivated, and I feel like I'm going to go and do some practice. That is stupid song could ever play. Okay. I just want you to check out some more Olivia Rodrigo up here so that you can keep on learning. She is the ultimate master of singing. So much to go on here, especially with that speech quality sound. And just remember, anyone can learn to sing. It's honestly about learning how to move these beautiful muscles. So go get practicing. Ka kite anō.